girl Honey Staxx with the RapBeat TV show. Today, episode 1, we have our, a special guest, Cappadonna with the Wu-Tang Clan. I'm really excited about this because this is the year that they're celebrating their 25th anniversary of the 36 Chamber album. Okay, if you haven't heard that album, you obviously are missing out, and you got to be probably like 15 years old. Okay, so they're celebrating the 36 Chamber album. They're on tour right now, everywhere, promoting their album. So shout out to Wu-Tang Clan. Shout out to my homeboy Cappadonna. Honey Staxx, love you. He will be letting you guys know everything that he has coming out and what's in store for him. So you want to tune into this episode because we get deep into conversation about who is Cappadonna and what's going on with him. We also have Dev from Dev TV. Dev is, he has his own TV show and he interviews rappers, stars, and everybody. So shout out to Dev. He's a very special friend to the show. We're like, we kind of work together. He looks out for us, we look out for him. So if you want to know how to get, what he does and how you can, maybe get an interview from him, you want to tune in. My co-host Goldie is going to get into some questions so we can find out more about Dev TV. So shout out to Dev TV. I'm your girl Honey Staxx. Oh, by the way, if you want to be on the show, you can always email us at the rapbeat101@gmail.com. THERAPBEAT 101@gmail.com. Follow your girl too on Honey Staxx at on Instagram, honey_Staxx, STAXX. Welcome back to the RapBeat TV show. I'm your host, Honey Staxx. Today on the show, we have Cappadonna from the Wu-Tang Clan.
We all grew up together, used to play on the ice. We was just young ass niggas, living our life. A whole bunch of hood niggas, wild and dirty. Had to be up in the crib before 7:30. Pop was never home, always working. Mom in the ghetto, always hurting. We face challenges in the streets we live. Yeah, we vandalized the laundromat, sneak in your crib. A lot of children in the hood was raped as kids, stripped of our culture and forced to do state bids. He chose to live like that, and now the life is his. Ready to kill something, he don't feel nothing. We grew up around criminal mischief, live and die in the bricks. Never wanted to move out, set free, chose to live like a slave. And so the hood life become a motherfucking grave. We gotta get out, we gotta escape this hard time. If we stick together, then we might just climb out this situation. Will. Cappadonna in the place to be, WTC. Honey Staxx, what up? You already know. Homicide housing in the building. Wu-Tang, Killer Bees.
Okay, what's going on, Cappadonna? I'm glad you came out.
Trying to get this guap.
I know that's right. So I hear you have some Air Candy coming out.
Yeah,
late March.
I got the Air Candy album coming in March right now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's nice. About 12, 14 tracks on there.
Okay.
It's dope, you know what I'm saying? It's featuring the House of Killjoy. I got Mike Noble up on there. I got Lounge Mode. I got my son up on there, you know what I'm saying? Kappa Jr.
Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely new music coming. It's back on that authentic hip hop. Nothing but crazy 808 beats, hi-hats, snares, drums, kicks, kicking ass. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I love me some 808 beats. That's number one. Not like real hip hop. That's number two.
Right.
Let me see. So Cappadonna, I hear you kind of frequent Baltimore City a lot. And,
yeah, you know, I'm a travelocity, you know what I mean? Okay. Travelocity.
Okay.
You know, I'm a wordsmith, so I make words out. You know, I'm the controller of the alphabet right there. But I move around though, you know what I'm saying? New York, be more from West Coast to all the way overseas.
Okay.
That's how I get down, you know what I'm saying? But I spent a lot of time in Baltimore. I got kids out there, got family out there, got a lot of great people out there, some good friends. So yeah, that's like my second home as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? And I love it out there.
Oh, okay.
I love it in Bmore. I love it. I love New York. That's where I was born at. You know what I'm saying? I love all the states. But I was raised in Staten Island.
Oh, okay.
And you know, just pop back between both. I lived in the Bronx too for a little while, for about 2 or 3 years.
Oh, okay. That's where I'm originally from, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. 224th Street, Bronxwood, White Plains Road, that area.
Okay.
Not too far from Emo Products.
Right. I run through there, you know what I'm saying? Run through there, chilling out and shit. Hustle, get my flow on, you know, ain't nothing. Okay. But it's like, yo, I'm a New Yorker for life though, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, we gotta take that energy and spread that though. I ain't trapped in New York. I ain't trapped nowhere, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about moving, you know what I'm saying? And the music, this hip hop music is giving me a great opportunity to be able to move like that. You know what I'm saying?
I heard some inside information that you actually are a pretty good dancer. Is that true?
Yeah.
You don't fight for the party?
I mean, I flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee, you know what I'm saying? You know, other than that, I just lean back. You know, just lean back. I'll be all over the floor. You know, you know what I'm saying? That's just a spirit that I got from, you know, my love for music, and you know, I've been always a fan of great music and Soul Train and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I just love the music. I love the dance moves, you know what I'm saying? And all the different kinds of dancing techniques. You know, shit, when it comes down to music, yo, I'm the maestro of everything. You know what I mean? It's in my spirit to do that, even if I don't want to. You know, it was times where I do shows with the whole Wu-Tang Clan. We'll be out there doing our numbers or whatever. Next thing you know, that spirit hit me, and I'm gliding all over that stage. You know, my brothers be trying to maintain. You know what I mean? They be up there on grizzly mode. But not me. When that spirit hit me, I'm letting that out. I might break out into a spin or something. It was times I'd start breakdancing up there. You know what I'm saying? But it's all entertainment to me.
Well, you know, I grew up listening to Wu-Tang Clan. It's always been my favorite group. Me and the ladies, you know, we have our 3 fly guys out the group. We consider you, Ghost, and Raekwon to be like the 3 dressers. Like y'all dress very nice every time we see you. You always in styling and everything. So keep that going. I'm interested in seeing what your clothing line would be like, because I kind of get the feeling that, you know, you're very classy but hip hop dude. So I would like to see what kind of clothing line would you come up with?
I tried a different sort of t-shirts for starters. You know what I'm saying? The designs were like, you know, like in a W, in the form of a C.
Okay.
With half of it would be the image of the W, and then half of it would be in the image of bees flying away, but you from the image of the CW. You know what I mean? So I mean, I have. I also have some classy stuff like GLF. That's my entertainment company. It stands for God Love Family, and the GLF logo consists of, you know, a family, you know, holding hands together inside a circle. So I put that logo on, let's say, some suit jackets. You know what I mean? And suit jackets with also the tie to match in the shirt. So that would be like my classy form of attire.
You know, you speak a lot about family, and I remember, and I can recall being at a show that you did actually, that I attended, and I remember being at the end of the show, you spoke a lot of knowledge about family. So, you know, what does family mean to you?
Well, family for me, you know, family is one of my biggest challenges in life. You know, it's not my music, it's not what I've been through, it's not the jail, it's not the crack, you know, the hustle game or anything that I went through. It's the family, you know, just being able to inherit the values of my mom and inherit the values of my pop, and try to carry on certain traditions and the struggle that it takes for the mother and father to stay together, and then for the family, you know, with them circumstances to grow up in single parent homes, and then trying to still stick together. You know, it forced me to grow up early. You know, so by the time I was 16, I was already on my own. You know, facing trials and tribulations and dealing with narcotics and dealing with incarceration. So, yeah, that family thing, and to this day, is still, you know, a struggle to keep everybody together. The family reunions are not as current as they used to be, you know, and I'm also strong on family economic and social development. Like, I feel that all families should definitely have a family structure and a family business. Like if you do sewing, then everybody should have some kind of something to contribute to what you do in sewing, and that's how I feel like.
Yes, everybody gonna eat off it, and you know, you keep things.
So that's what the family's really about. You know what I'm saying? It's about tradition, structure, and being able to, you know, carry on. So, you know, that's what they mean when they say, if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going.
Right. I agree. You know, if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's true. Let me ask you this. What latest videos do you have coming out or have done recently? Like, what do you have coming out for visually so we can see Cappadonna now? And then with this question, think about where you started. How do you connect the two? Are you different now? Are you the same now in these videos? Do you feel the same? What is it like for you? I'm
definitely more mature now than I was from when I did my first video. My first video ever was Ice Cream. And, you know, that was my first time even having a hit song or doing a song on a group album of that sort, you know, and it happened very fast. So that video right there, you know, and I was new to the game. I ain't know nothing about being in the cameras or nothing like that. I was shy and all of that, you know what I mean? So everything that I did in that video was just a reaction.
That was raw.
It was a reaction. It wasn't even like a response. It wasn't something that I thought of like, yo, I'm gonna get it in, I'm gonna kill this. You know, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Am I doing it right? But it was nobody to ask. It was like, oh shit, you know, so I did that. But you know, I'm matured now, and I did a lot of videos since then. And right now, let's look at I gotta take you back so you can know where I'm going. like when you look at videos like Slang Editorial, my Slang Editorial, Exquisite Material Briefcase Show, it's about setting the black people free. It's about incorporating my own talent into revenue.
Right.
And then you got songs like Nowadays, like the last video that I put out was maybe a couple months ago. It's called I Cried.
I love that video, by the way.
And it's about, it's about our struggle and the adversity we face in our hood and our, hood meaning our place of residence, just in our walks of life. And I did it in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
And it was in a park, right?
Right, some of it was in Park, and some of it was in Fort Greene Projects. That's where Papa Boo lived, you know what I mean? I'm from Bed-Stuy, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's Stuy in the building. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Yeah, so that video right there, it just is a reflection again of what we came through in order to be where we at. I spoke about the diversity that the children face, like a lot of us come from single parent homes again, and then children that were molested or mistreated as youths. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff I speak about. And then you got also songs like Black Woman. You know what I mean? I felt like, now Ice Cream was a little more savvy.
Yes, a lot more savvy.
I got songs like Supermodel, because I want to give you both sides. And I got videos for all of these songs, so, for you, for the listeners, for anybody, you can go out there and check me out, Cappadonna. Once you put in CAP, everything should just come up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to create for myself and for my children. That's the legacy that I'm trying to, through these videos.
Oh, that's right.
That's growth.
So, yes, it is. It's a lot of growth, and I feel very honored to be in your presence and to know you and to know you even outside of the TV show. I have been at some of your shows and have been hung around you, and you're a real dude, and I really respect you.
I appreciate
nothing
that.
but love from you and respect and professionalism. So I want to let the ladies know he's extremely professional, extremely nice, and he's funny.
A gentleman.
He's a gentleman, and he's really, really, how can I say? He has a lot of knowledge, so he will just give you everything. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give you everything. But I will tell you, family is extremely important to him, and I know that. So
even with the struggle that goes on, and that's why I named my company God Love Family, because I don't just want to talk about it. I want to be about it. So everything I do, when you ask me how I'm doing it, I'm like, through God Love Family. With God at the forefront. See what I'm saying? Put God first in everything you do, and everything else should be added on to you. And that's how I feel. I bounce off your energy, Staxx, because she got the same qualities that I got in the female, and it's like since I met Staxx, it's been the same kind of chemistry. We done already did shows together. She done shared the stage with me, shared the floor with me. We done went off the stage onto the floor. You know what I'm saying? So one of my songs on the Ear Candy album, I made a reference to Angela Davis. And these the kind of women that I feel that I need to be around that can help me build more stuff. That can help me build more economic, social, mental, and spiritual development. You know what I mean? So when I make reference to these ladies like Angela Davis and Harriet Tubman, this is where I'm coming from. This is what I want to see in a woman that I meet today in this time. But I ain't talking about, you gotta be holier than thou or nothing like that. I'm like, nah, give me the truth. You know what I'm saying? But give it to me with class.
Do you have any projects coming out now with any females? Like hip hop artists or singers?
I put a couple of offers out there. I got a couple of responses, but nobody handed me any work yet. You know what I'm saying? So if nothing don't happen, I don't want to put no names out there yet. You know what I'm saying? But I did some work with Staxx, you know what I'm saying? Staxx,
Not that I wanted you to mention that. No,
I did some work with another female rapper. Her name is Jazz, Nikki Jasmine, and you know, that's probably about it for now. You know, I've been looking for some female rappers, but also to, you know, being that I'm on that raw hip hop, it's sometimes hard to get the diversity that I need. You know, whether I might not be able to get into a certain trap mode or the new artist may not be able to get into a hip hop mode. I'm still trying to figure out a way to blend it in again. You know, to get that sound. I haven't really perfected it yet, so I don't really have too much to offer on that level right now, but I'm working on it and I'm looking for the best Angela Davises out there.
Okay.
You holler at your boys, you know what I
mean, so let's just say Angela Davis right now. Where can she, get you right away?
Listen, right away. Go to GLFENT, you know what I'm saying? Look me up. Hit me up in my email, officialcappadonna@gmail.com. Official Cappadonna, that's OFFICIALCAPPADONNA @gmail.com. Hit me up.
Yeah. Well, you are watching the RapBeat TV show. We'll be right back. Okay, so basically, people want to know a little bit about Honey Staxx. First question I know I'm going to get is, why you call yourself Honey Staxx? Well, how I came up with my name, basically I was like detoxing my body and I started looking up things that are good for your body. And I stumbled on honey and how honey is good for a lot of things in the body, especially your throat and things of that nature. You know, when you're growing up, mom made you tea, put honey in it, felt good. So honey is really actually good for the body. And then I thought about my skin tone. I said, well, dang, I am kind of brown like honey. So I decided to go with honey. And I said, well, I just can't be honey. I gotta be honey something. Well, a friend of mine named Inch, shout out to 848 web series. Inch actually said, no, you should be Honey Staxx. So actually, I got my name from a friend. So I got Honey from me and Staxx from Inch. And I was featured on as a little cameo in 848. So go check that web series out. Shout out to the Bronx. It's based out in, where I'm from in New York City. And so I played a role there. Peace to everybody in the Bronx. Shout out to Bronxwood. So another question people ask me is, about my song, It Ain't Easy. Well, what drove you or what made you write something so real like that? If you haven't heard the song, It Ain't Easy, it's on SoundCloud. I did 2 versions of it. It was the very first time I was ever in a studio. Never been in a studio before. I went to the Matrix Studio up in the Bronx, and Jason Rem is the producer on that. And what made me write It Ain't Easy is because I actually had a child as a teenager. Not so uncommon now, but when I had my son, it was uncommon. So it wasn't easy for me. You have to work, I didn't know basically how to raise a child. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what my life was going to be like. So it stuck with me for many years. And, a lot of things started happening, like when I look at happening good in my life, but I'm going to back up a little bit. Like when I was a teenager raising my son, his father got locked up for the first 6 years. So it was just like my mom's and my stepfather and family was just helping me out, helping me. I wound up getting my own apartment and things, but, just like anybody else, you're a product of your environment. I had to go out. I started hustling, to survive. Did a lot of things that I'm not too proud of, but I did what I had to do. But in the back of my mind, I knew I came from a good family, so I was like, I can't continue on out here in these streets getting in trouble and doing these little things that I was doing. Going from New York to Baltimore, hustling and all of that. I had to make something out of myself. So I got a good job. You know, God is good. I landed a good job. And then, of course, life happens again. I wound up getting my nieces. So I had to take care of my nieces along with raising my son. I mean, I'm telling you, it was a lot. Okay, so I wrote the song "It Ain't Easy." So you'll hear me say, like, on the original version, I say, "Sometimes I think I can't save the world, but I gotta realize that I can't." Matter of fact, I think I said it like this. Sometimes I think I can save the world, but I gotta realize that I can't. Have to realize I can't help everyone. Man, this world is cold and it's so crazy. Well, it ain't easy. That's because I actually had my nieces at the time, and I just felt like I could save the world, like I can help everybody. Like, I'm one of them people, I don't want to see people like without. So whatever I have, whatever I can do, I'm going to make sure I try, you know. And so I took them in and I helped them as best as I could, along with mine. So, you know, that's where "It Ain't Easy" comes from. And then I decided, like, to actually go and perform the song. So the first time I ever wrote a song was "It Ain't Easy." It Ain't Easy. Went into the studio. It was the first time I ever recorded. I went to ATL on a trip, and on a humble, while I was on a trip, I heard about T.I. having some parts to a club called Apache. So I'm like, Mom, strangest person out of anybody, my mother. I'm like, Mom, you want to go to Apache? She like, why you want to go to Apache? I'm like, because I want to perform the song "It Ain't Easy." Ironically, I had the flash drive in my bag, so I had my music with me, my show track. Well, I get to Apache with my mother, got to stand online, stood online till we got in. This guy, in fact, this guy, I forgot his name, I think it was like Quentin or something, but he walked up to me and he was like, "So what you doing? What you gonna do?" I said, "I'm a rap." He said, "Oh, I thought you was gonna sing." I said, "No, I'm a rap and I'm a sing." Well, that was the first time I actually performed since I've been out of school, not doing technical things, actually something of my own, an original. So I went inside of Apache, stood on the stage, and everybody loved the song. If you haven't heard the song, like if you want to see me live, like in raw footage, no makeup, no time to get dressed up, none of that stuff, go to my YouTube page, my Honey Staxx YouTube page, and you will see, it will say "It Ain't Easy," Honey Staxx or whatever. It will say "It Ain't Easy," and you will see the performance. You will hear the crowd, how the crowd embraced me and loved me. Like, that song really showed me at that point that I can actually perform, number one, something original, and that it was good.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Devin Fly Guy Ricks. We're at the 2017 BET Hip Hop Awards, and you're now watching Dev TV. Yeah, man, I see everything. Let's go see what's popping.
Welcome back to the hottest rap TV show in Baltimore. We're here, and we're also local and worldwide. I'd like to give a warm welcome to Dev from the entertainment world, from Dev TV. Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Nice to see you.
You too.
Looking good. I see we color coordinate.
Okay, I like them leggings.
All right.
Where we get them from?
We'll have to find out.
All right,
Have a
cool.
seat.
Yeah, man.
This is Dev TV
Alrighty.
Been doing that.
It's your boy Trelly.
and Dev TV.
Hi everyone, it's Raven Paris.
Yo, it's your boy Philadelphia Freeway. Yeah, man. I see everything.
Yeah, man, I see everything.
And you're now tuned into Dev TV.
Yeah, I see everything.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I see everything.
Devin, you seem to be a very busy man.
Yeah,
All right, so
something
what's
like
going
that.
on? What got you started and wanting to be in the entertainment field, interviewing all the stars on the red carpet, and
Yeah, I mean,
enlighten me.
well, I guess the
path for that. Well, I do a lot of things. So it's like that one thing started that one thing, and then that started that thing.
Okay.
So
alright.
kind of like my whole, trajectory on that. The camera was my first aspect. So filmmaking, directing.
So you're not camera shy.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So I started, doing like skits. Like Living Color.
Okay.
Come on. Me and my brothers would do. I created a show called Yo Mama, and we would dress up, do little skits. I was steal my parents' camera, and we would do little things like that. And then as I kept going, I did graphic designing, and then I like to do hosting things. So then I just started playing around with a thing called Dev TV. I didn't think Dev TV would do anything. It was just something I was going to play with the camera, and that turned to after I did the stuff with my brothers, because they didn't want to do it anymore. And I still wanted to play with the camera, so I said I'll just do quick interviews, just play around.
Okay.
And then for me being in middle school, 4 or 5 years after college, and things have just been. So it's been great. Just everything that I started, things that I've had dreams about, and now it's just starting to really come together.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay. So the last thing you did was the BET Awards, if I'm correct.
Yes.
All right. And who did you actually interview there?
The BET Awards. So I interview a lot of.
Well, who was your favorite? Let's say male artist.
All right, so Waka.
Yo, bro, what's up, bro? I'm Waka Flocka, bro. Hey, bro.
Waka Flocka was my favorite. So Waka came in, and as they're coming down the red carpet, you pretty much gotta flag them. Unless you're already hot, they will position which ones they want to talk to. But as they coming down, it's like a revolving door, so you gotta reach out, bobbing for apples. So I seen Waka, and I seen Tammy coming, and I was like, let me see what I can do with that. Waka got the mic, and I'm telling yo, it's Dev TV. He said, oh, I know what Dev TV is. And I was like,
oh, that's good.
Right.
All right.
And I was like, I'm telling him what to say. He was like, yo, I got it. So you watching Dev TV, it's Waka Flocka. I was like, and I'm in the mic like,
that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was cool. That was my favorite one. He gave me the most energy. And then in the beginning, he was like, what's up, bruh? Hey, bruh. So he already came with the joke, so it made me kind of just laugh. And
Feel
I'm
a
like,
little comfortable and just going with the flow.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, it was
I got a couple more questions for you. Who's your favorite rap female artist? Or you can give more than one if you like.
Okay. Well, you got the you got the locals and you got the mainstream. I would say, I heard this one rap chick around the way. I think she go by Honey Staxx.
Oh, really?
I heard she dropped some bars. Seen her at a couple of her shows and everything. I know we went to one at El Dorado's, and that was a nice trip. Even coming, I didn't really expect that atmosphere. Because I'm thinking it's just a showcase, but it's a strip club. So I'm thinking it's going to be just regular, artists, whatever. Brought the strippers
and that's
out,
our one and only host, Honey Staxx, of the RapBeat TV show.
So yeah, and then you got the mainstream. I love Nicki Minaj. Everybody be throwing shots at her. I think she's hilarious.
And you actually did a personal interview with her.
You did?
I'm asking you.
Not yet. So Nicki, I'm coming.
Okay, so that's in the works.
In the works. I like Nicki. You got your Cardi B, Remy Ma, Foxy, Eve. I like old school because I feel like each artist that came out at the time that they did, you loved them at that time, and then as the new ones come, you love them at that time. So I can't really say, I'll pick one over the other, but I just love them all because I've been alive for hitting on 30 years. So.
Yeah, man. Everything. Hey, no, let's do our names. Hey, honey, this is Lala.
This your boy Quay.
And honey, we with Dev TV.
Yeah,
honey,
man.
hold on. These expensive.
These is red bottom.
So, Dev, how did you actually incorporate No More Apologies into your career?
Well, so No More Apologies, branched from, so I have my entities. So I have Devin J. Brooks Productions, and where I focus on my films and things like that. And then I branched and did Dev TV, which I house all and produce all my work to go on Dev TV. And then I was like, because I threw parties when I was in high school. So I was like, nightlife, I got to get back to
so you're kind of out there already. But he's a goodie. Don't let him fool you.
So, I did a little bit of everything. So I wanted to do something that was just me. Things that I like, my lifestyle, from cologne, clothes, parties, nightlife, entertainment, anything. So I say, okay, we're going to title it the DJR Experiences, the Devin J. Ricks Experience. Okay. So I was like, okay. So No More Apologies sparked from when I was actually finishing one of my film projects. And I was going through a lot of crap at that time. And I'm just like, yo, I'm tired of saying I'm sorry. I'm moving forward. No more apologies.
That's
and I would,
right.
Yeah.
That's
and,
right.
and I would
It's
just
2018.
use.
We're not apologizing.
You feel me? So I would just use the hashtag, and then I just threw it on a shirt, and then.
Well, it's working well.
Yeah.
Does my audience agree?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's been great.
Okay, good. Okay, so you know, he's kind of busy. He's doing movies. He has the love. What is it called?
The Love Cycle Saga.
Okay.
And this is A Beautiful Mistake. Is from that chapter.
Okay, so where can they actually get your clothing line? Where can they find it? Are you online? And where can they get your movies from?
Yes. So you can go to www.thedjrexperience.com.
Y'all got that?
Yep. And IG at the DJR Experience. Facebook at the DJR Experience. So you can just see everything.
Well,
all the
you know I got
clothes
my
and-
copy.
Yeah, you know. So and then DVDs as well is on. For that, it's actually on my movie site. It's titled www.lcbeautifulmistake.com. And then you can
And a
purchase.
beautiful mistake it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple more questions, then we got to go to a commercial break. But I definitely have a couple questions for you. You know, they're not scripted.
Okay.
And we'll start with, now you know this show, the RapBeat TV shows are very, very, very associated with the Wu-Tang Clan. They're our favorite, you know, rap group. And we're not talking about newbies, we're going back. So I need you, put them in the hot seat.
Trivia.
Hot seat. I need you to at least name 5 Wu-Tang Clan members. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Alright, is the clock going?
Yes, it's
Alright.
ticking.
Tick tock, tick. Alright, cool. So we got Method Man.
Okay.
We have Redman. We have Ghostface Killer.
All right now.
RZA. We have You God, Cappadonna.
Alright, don't be showing off,
We
man.
got.
I only asked for 5, but he just gonna keep on
We
going
got
on.
all of them.
Okay, so you passed the RapBeat test.
That's a great point.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw in one more question before we go. And you know, this question is about to get juicy.
Oh,
Let
Lord.
me sip from the little juicy cup over here. You ready for this?
Oh, Lord.
I had to throw in a little curveball. So, are you currently dating anyone, Devin?
No, I'm single currently at the moment.
No, I'm not a thirsty fight. So he's single, ladies.
Saving application.
I definitely want to thank you, Devin. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you. You were definitely one of a kind. And we look forward to seeing you on the show again.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
I want to thank y'all for tuning in to episode 1. Like us, you know, click the like button, subscribe to our page, the RapBeat TV show page, and please do tune into episode 2. We have a special guest. We went all the way up. We're taking it to New York in episode 2. We appreciate it. Shout out to my guests on the show tonight, Cappadonna, Dev from Dev TV. Shout out to my co-host Goldie. Everybody, this is what we do.